Now, the Akimi, or Kami, right? Or Ka, however you say it, right? Ukami, right? I think. Um, also includes cartwheels, right? Now, there are gymnastic cartwheels, there are Jijutsu cartwheels, right? And Grandmaster Tanakura Mura, sorry, is showing you the Jiu-Jitsu cartwheel, right? Now, that's also probably like in Capoeira, right? Which is another Brazilian martial arts, right? Where they kind of flip around a little bit, right? And kick like that, right? See, martial arts kind of flow from one another. You got karate in Japan, but you got savate in France, right? And they're both similar martial arts, are really, really, really. But then you got kung fu in China, and that's based off of animals, right? Right. And then you got Kali, which is from the Philippines. You got Thai boxing, right, or kickboxing, right, or Muay Thai, right, from the Thai region, right. That's anywhere from Thailand, Taiwan, Vietnam, right. They usually do Muay Thai, right. Okay, right. Now, the way you work on doing push-up cartwheels at my size is you start doing push-ups. Like, you don't just start doing a cartwheel, right? You got to build up to it, right? But I might start one day to show you a cartwheel, right? After doing some push-ups for about, say, a week, right? And showing you that too, right? And then when I feel I'm stable enough, doing the cartwheel, right? Escape with the cartwheel to the side. Right. So what this is I'm interacting with you while studying at home the video, right? So I'm using it under educational purposes too, right? Now, like Sensei Darcy's videos, Dashi and Darcy's videos, right? They're also educational purposes, but they're for home study, and I'm learning it from my home that way. And there's only a few techniques I sort of have a problem with where you go under the arm and are exposing your back to your foe, right? But the rest of them look pretty good, right? You know, right? I can't show you every technique, but if I see a problem with one, I can teach you to modify it too by doing a groin shot or something before you go under the arm, right? Or as you're going under the arm, do a groin shot, and that'll distract the left hand, and he'll probably grab his crotch, right, with it, right? And there it's out the way, right? Just saying, right? I know. Now, some men, like I told you, if you read the Bible, Moses says if two men are fighting, right, and one of them has a wife, right, the wife can't grab the man's, private nut balls, or nuts, balls, right, grapes, right, testicles, right, medically speaking, right. Whatever you want to call them, you can't grab them while the two men are fighting, ladies, right? But it don't say if you're attacking a woman, the woman can't grab your balls, men, right? Oh, I know, right? It don't say that about you fighting her. Just if you're fighting her husband, she can't interfere. It also don't say that the husband can't grab the other man's, butt, and vice versa. Either. That's called not reading your Bible, though, right? You probably don't even know this story. Probably not. But anyway, Moses talks of two men fighting, and one of them has a wife, and the wife can't just reach in and grab the other guy's, testicles while the two men are fighting. That's considered dishonorable, right? Now, don't say nothing if you're a man attacking a woman that she can't do that either, right? That's a different situation. If you understand what I mean, right? But that's about honor between two men, where the woman can't interfere with the fighting, right? And grab the other guy's balls, right? Or testicles, right? And interfere with the fighting, right? Where her husband will win, right? Okay. But it don't say nothing if you're attacking the woman herself, by herself, right? Then all bets are off, right? Too. Don't read too much into that, right? Either, right? It's just the law, so you don't, interfere with a fight between two men. You're the wife watching them fight, right? And you don't grab the other man's balls, right, or testicles, right, while doing so. That would be dishonorable, and you would then be 2-1, right? Right. Ladies, you can't grab another man's balls if he's fighting your husband, right? And right. Whoever started the fight as well, right? Don't specify. Though you can, right, too, right? Like I said, right? The law is to establish right or wrong behavior. From how you drive to a stop sign to whatever sign you have to follow on the road, right? Those laws have nothing to do with God, right? By the way, right? But driving your car in America, you gotta follow those rules or you get a ticket, right? And we all do. So, when you're doing things, right, and you're trying to educate people, right, it takes time sometimes, right? Especially when someone's on about your past and they're not sure it even happened, right? And they keep bringing it up. But if you're trying to make it happen, see, the girl also, if she was 15, right, lied to me about her real age, right? See, she knew she wasn't supposed to be working in the store yet, right? He didn't. He's exploiting a minor, period, right? It don't matter if it's his own daughter either, right? Even if he waited until she was 16 and didn't have a GED or a certification, right? That's still more legal to even train her, right? Than at 15, right? If that's what he was trying to do. Now, he said, though, she's 15. She says she was 37, and I lost an hour of time, including, I'm not sure what we did, 100%. But I know if I'm in the store, I'm first there to get my nails done, right? That's it usually. But I liked the girl instantly, and asked her age. She said 37, right? And the bathroom's right by us, right? That's the only place we can go to for privacy, right? We ain't gonna do nothing out in the open. And it's a nail salon, right? There's a front and there's a rear, right? There's a bathroom and there's a place for them to do laundry. That's about it. And, probably a shelves to store the laundry, right? Because they got to do a lot of toweling, right? They might also have a little place for a refrigerator or something for give the people some water, right? Or something, right? But it's still basically a salon, right? Jijutsu. So if I'm, trying to figure out what's going on, right, and I don't speak Vietnamese, and they're chatting about us, right, I don't think they're messing with the girl or something, right, and invite her into the bathroom for some private time, right? And when we came out, he told me she lied about her age, and that I had to sit back down and said, well, wait a minute, let me sit back down first, I'm disabled, right? She didn't say nothing about that, right? And even if we did it 3 times, I told him, right, if you black me out or try to interfere with it, and I don't remember what's going on, I still don't remember what's going on, right? But at the same time, he's not supposed to let his 15-year-old daughter work in the store until she's 16, right? Legally, that way no one can say nothing, right? But if you didn't wait, right, and she lied about her age, I didn't know that going in or coming out the bathroom, right? If we were in there for 15 minutes, that's our business, as long as I thought she was 37, right? Once she told me she was 15, I normally, right, wouldn't have went in there in the first place, right? But, right, if we do it again and again and again, right, 3 times, right, for an hour, right, are in there for 15 minutes again, right, and we argue about it for 5, right, that would explain the hour in addition to the nails, right? And he's lying about it because he knows he was doing something wrong too, right? Not me. No. I'm telling you everything that would have had to happen, right? He's hiding something, right? He knows he was wrong, right? Or she does too now, right? If it was her, right? See, it's either her dad's is managing the place or renting the place or whatever, right? And got the store set up for everybody, right? Working, right? And that's the problem, right? The daughter's acting too grown upish too quickly, right? And I didn't know her real age, right? Or she took the matter into her own hands too, right? That's the other possibility, right? See, when I'm messing with this, right, there's a reason, right? And when I'm not messing with this, there's a reason, right? And this happened in 2019, so I got kicked out the store by somebody. The third time I went in it a month apart, right? Which is why I keep telling the story too. Someone's messing with me about me getting my nails done in the store, right? First it was an older man, right? Maybe the guy who rented the store, or leased the store, right? Whatever, right? He did there, and then it was, I just went in to go to the bathroom real quick. Because I had to walk from Walmart to the theater, and I had Taco Bell and Garden Park Whitworth, and just had to go, kind of. Happens sometimes, right? Plus, I'm on for Rosamie's, right? So, whatever, right? And I go into the store to use the bathroom and bought a can of soup for later on to eat, right? From Walmart, and then next thing I know, I go back to the theater and the police show up. And they banned me from the store and said they don't want me in the store anymore. Right? And all I know is I've been in there 2 times. One with a girl named Michelle, and then the second time with some crazy dude, right? A month apart. November 7th was when it started, and sometime after November 10th or December 10th or something, right? About a month later, I went back out again, and then around the 12th, I think, I went out again in January. And then I got banned, right? Well, that ain't right, right? There's no reason to ban me from your store unless you did something wrong to me. Not me to you, right? See, why is there a law that not only can't an older man sleep with a younger woman, but the younger girl can't sleep with the older man either, though the older man gets in more trouble, right? In the first place, right? Well, the reason for that is people learn they can have sex with children even, right? And they started doing so, and the parents are trying to stop that, right? Because it's wrong, right? The child's too young to have sex in the opinion of the parents, right? Right. And so that became an issue because in Islam, for example, a 9-year-old could be arranged in marriage to an adult male, right? And it don't matter if their age gap sometimes, right? I heard their prophet Muhammad, right, may have engaged himself to younger women even, right? Though married himself, right? And again, right, some religions like Christianity say you gotta have one life, right? But yet the Old Testament doesn't show that. Jacob himself, one of the founders of Israel, right, had 2 wives technically and 2 concubines, right? Now King David had a few wives, right? More than one. And so did Solomon. He had about 1,000. Or at least 300 wives, and maybe they're ladies in waiting, right? Now what that means is 300 of them he legally married, right? 700 of them, though, were their ladies in waiting, right? Or what we call a maid servant, right? Today, right? Now, both a maid servant and her queen, right? And the king and his male servants or servants, right? Are both to have their eyes on God, right? Who is neither male or female or an image, right? Now, the male and female are one in Christ Jesus, and men don't get that information anymore, right? That makes Jesus both male and female, right? Now, that don't mean you can't call him male or say he's both. If you're calling him male and saying he's both too, right, you're telling the whole story, right? Now, in